Hey everyone, it's Elaine with Sweet Stampin' coming to you from Utah. This is about our third week here and we're getting more settled and I'm getting more of my things in place and unpacking and finding things. They tell you that you keep discovering things and it's so true. I don't remember where I packed anything because it was such a rush. And now I'm discovering things, so it's kind of interesting. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. Some of you had a 3-day weekend. We had a 3-day weekend. Well, my daughter did, so she came and stayed with us for the weekend, which is really nice. I think she is liking having us closer to her. And she had some friends over as well. So it was really nice to see her and to be close to her. And of course, she left her jacket and a couple other things. So I'm going to end up taking them down to her this week. So I'll get to see her again. So it's always fun to see her. And our son got a job. He's trimming trees. So it's good for him to start doing some work. Hey, Susie. And I am still just trying to unpack and find places for things. Of course, this rental home doesn't have quite, it has a lot of room, but it doesn't have quite the storage that our other home had because I planned and designed and put in a lot of storage. So I'm trying to figure out where to put all these extra things. Like I have all the cake and cookie things, and I can't even find a place to fit like the towels for the kitchen towels, and I can't find a place for some of the utensils and some of the baking. And I went to IKEA and I bought some dividers to use above the fridge so that I could put the baking sheets and cutting boards and things like that up there. So that was helpful. I was able to get some things up there. And I bought an over-the-door hanger for the pantry and for our bathroom door so that I could put some of the pantry things and some of the medicine cabinet things that we had. So I'm still working on getting all of those and paring things down. I have a hard time throwing things out. Like even when they're expired, I just feel like they're still good. But I've been told that they are not and I should throw them out. So we'll see. Okay, so today we're going to be playing with the Lovely Blossoms bundle. This bundle is an online exclusive from, I think, this month, right? Yes, from January. So it just came out. It's gorgeous. I love it. As demonstrators, we were able to pre-order it. So I've had it for a little while and I've been playing with it on and off for a little while. So I'm excited to finally play with the suite with you and show you some fun cards that you can make with it. It has really great paper and it has an embossing folder, some ribbon, and some embellishments, which I need to get those embellishments out too. And I think they're in, did I put them all in together? I thought I had a set, yes, I have a separate thing of embellishments. It's not the frosted dots and sparkle. I think it's these, the Moody Palette dots. Yes, haven't used those yet, so that'll be fun. All right, let's see. But first, we're gonna review the Made with Love suite from last week. So I'm gonna put this aside and show you the cards that we made and some of the cards that I finished. So let's go here. Hey, Connie and Jeanne. Okay, so these are the cards that I made in the live last time. So this is the love card. I think this is my favorite one. I love how it turned out. I love doing the blending to kind of make the hearts pop off the background a little bit more. And of course, I love the Wink of Stella splattering. That's super fun. And stamped some hearts. And I love the two-tone with the word. And also made this card, so Trio of Hearts. And I put these on my blog, and then this one as well. So this heart one, so embossed with the heart embossing folder, and then we did Bubble Bath, Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, and Real Red as like a fun ombre. And then this came out of the bag. So cut the bag off, and then I just cut the little tab off. So I used that for the card, and then I finished decorating the bag. So I used one of the iridescent bags, treat bags. They're still current, and put some loose Valentine assortments in them. And then I used Terran tape to adhere it to the inside of the bag. And I trimmed the bag off to be a little bit lower, so you can kind of see there that I adhered it there. And then you have this fun little shaker window on your gift bag, but you can still put some treats in there. So I think that's super fun. So I'll feature this on my blog as well. And then I made a swap card for my swap tonight, and I want to save that because I want my team members to see it first. So I'll show it on my blog later, but this is another card that we did last week. So watercolor paper, did some splattering, and then that embossing folder again on the Real Red. I think it's so pretty. And so this is going to be our raffle card. And then I did some leftover cards, I guess I can call them. So this was just some leftover pieces that I had cut out. And these are left over from my swap card. And you'll see why later. But I had the iridescent bag, so I just cut a heart out of the iridescent bag. And look how pretty that is with the iridescent behind it. Yeah. And added arrow and some strawberry slush embellishments. And then this is the other like leftovers card. So similar layout, and then did the iridescent, but put the hearts side by side instead of on top of each other. And then you put whatever sentiment you want on these, but these are going to be super cute for Valentine's. And then I think these two are my swaps, so I'll have to show those later. But I did use the background paper there. You can kind of see it. And so since I was using it, I cut out the middle so that I could use it on other cards. Otherwise, it's just hiding and wasted. So I used them on my leftover cards. So I did one this way and one that way. So I have a couple more of these that I can use. So I'll be using those as well. So let's go ahead and raffle off our card from everyone that commented and shared last week. And we'll switch to this screen and we'll talk about Pepper a little bit. So Pepper is finally adjusting to the move. Okay, I'm gonna click spin, and she's starting to explore, and she's not hiding as much. So I think she's doing pretty. Oh, it's Connie. That was so close, Tiffany. Congratulations, Connie. You will be receiving this card. Thanks for watching and commenting and for all of your great support. Okay, back to this view. Okay, so this card, and I found my Post-it notes. I think I found everything this time. My hands are cold though. My fingers are cold. And so, takes a little bit. Okay, tore that, but that's for Connie. So congratulations, Connie. Oh, I just turned the light off. Okay, we'll put it over here so I don't turn my light off. Okay, yeah, my hands are like a wreck. I have all these nicks and cuts everywhere from packing and unpacking. So I need a manicure, like really bad. Okay, so now we get to play with the Lovely Arrangements bundle. So this is the stamp set. And then of course I left the dies over by the cutting machine. So I will grab those. I just need to close that. And these are the embellishments, the Moody Palette Glossy Dots. And I love that these are flatter, make it easier to mail. So this is my little trick that I do with embellishments. I cut the side so I don't have to keep dealing with the sticky flap. And then I cut off the top because the top has only the Stampin' Up logo, and so it basically has no information that I need. Unfortunately, all the information is on the back, and I'm hoping one day they will put the colors there too. But I'm just going to slide this in, and then I've got my embellishments too. So we've got Secret Sea, Old Olive, Cloud Cover, and White. Super pretty. Very excited to use embellishments. Love embellishments. Okay, and then the paper. So the DSP is a little different. It comes with 3 sheets of each design. So you're getting more sheets, which I like. Do you guys like that? What do you think? Do you prefer having the 2 sheets of the same DSP, or do you like having the 3? Like less patterns, but more sheets. So let me know what you think. I'm curious about that. So these 2 obviously go really nicely together. And then it has this nice old olive, like linen texture. And then we've got some crumb cake with white flowers. And then I think this goes really nice with this paper right here, because we've got the old olive. And then on the back of this one, you can see I've already used some of this one. We've got some petal pink, and that would also, these go nicely together. And I think those are the 3 designs. So you're getting, is that right? 3 designs, but you're getting 4 of each? Oh, I'm confusing myself. Let us see. Yeah, you're getting 12. So you're getting 6 designs, but normally how many do you get? Okay, sorry, I'm just confusing myself with math. So if you had 2, 2, 2, you'd have 8 designs. And this is 6. Okay, I got it now. All right, so that's the paper. Super pretty. Looking forward to using all of that. I want to make a lot of cards with this suite. I need to make birthday cards. I need to make thank you cards. Yeah, less patterns, more sheets, so I don't feel like I have to hoard the pretty paper. I totally agree with you, Louise. I like the 3. It just, yeah, it gives me more paper. I feel like I can use it and not hoard it. So yeah, I think it's great. Okay, so now, oh, we have the embossing folder, the Lovely Stripes. So it's a 3D embossing folder, so it gives you that deep texture. So gonna use that. And let me grab the dies and the ribbon. So I left the dies over here because I was using them. And then the ribbon, I put all my ribbon up finally because I found my ribbon holder behind me. My Stampin' Storage ribbon, what do I call it? Ribbon shelf. How about that? So cloud cover. It's such a pretty blue. So pretty. And what are they calling this material? Satin? It just says textured ribbon. Polyester, but it's got a really cool texture on it. I don't think that we've had a texture like this before. It's really cool. Obviously, I haven't played with it yet, but we are going to. And then this is the die set. So you get dies to cut out the images plus some label dies. Always love having label dies in a set. And then you've got some extra leaves for embellishment, which is great. And then you've got these 2 fun elements, backgrounds that you can play with as well. So I think these are gonna be fun to play with. So I've cut some out in some different colors and have some ideas, so we'll see where it goes. And then of course there's all these lovely sentiments. Always have to have a happy birthday and a thank you. Love you so very much. just a note, sending smiles, hello friend, those are great. And then always here for you. That's a really nice sentiment too. And that can be used for a lot of different types of cards. So I might try to add that one in too. Okay, but first I'm gonna start with kind of a basic card, but simple cards. And I thought they were nice. Oh, I did forget a sheet of paper. I knew it. It's the one that has all these elements on it. So let me grab this other full, because I cut them all up. Of course I cut them all up. So you have this full sheet here, and it has these 3 that are 4 by 6, and so you can cut them down if you want to. And then it has these elements, which are 3 by 4, so you can cut them all down to 3 by 4. And then these little boxes are 2 by 2. So we're gonna have fun playing with all of these first. And then what's on the back of this one? Oh, it's that really nice stripe. I love that stripe. So I have the bottom here, and then, yeah, and then here's like the stripe. Whoops. Yeah, so you can kind of see that. Hi, Joan. Okay, so you have an extra pack of paper of that, just in case. Okay, so here's just some simple cards that you could start off with that front sheet. So I just cut this 3 by 4 and put some old olive on it, and then I used some of this DSP. The color scheme is exactly the same, and then you can just stamp a sentiment inside, and maybe stamp some of the little leaves or a flower or something, and there you go. And you could do a sentiment. I cut out a whole bunch of these. They're so tiny, these little ones. Is this 2 or 1? I think it's 1. So you could do like a tiny little sentiment. It's pretty small. Or you could do like the larger one. I think on the front I would do the smaller one because I don't like the placement of the larger one. So anyway, so very simple, easy card. Okay, so there's that one. And then here's another, again, very simple, easy card. If you like, I need to make some cards fast. So this is what I'm doing this for. So this I think would go right there, and you could do happy birthday or thank you. And I would use Secret C, and let's do thank you. Let's show everybody what thank you looks like. And it's this nice serif font, and the first word is italicized, so it's a little different. So that's nice. I like different. Okay, brand new stamps. Sometimes you have to ink them a little bit more, or like rub them on your jeans to get some of that initial stuff off. Okay, perfect. And of course, dimensionals. I think it'll be fine. I think going 2 levels of dimensionals turns out okay. I think it's when I have 3 levels that it starts to get too thick to be mailed with regular postage. See, so that's it. And then if I want to, of course I want to, I can add some embellishments. So do we want to do Secret C in the middle? It's kind of hiding, but I like it. So we'll do some Secret C, do some big ones in the bigger flowers, and this little one in this smaller flower. And there's another simple card. Okay. Oh, we could add a bow to this one, I was thinking. Or we could add some Secret C. Okay, let's look at the tiny, why are these so tiny? Let's try it, okay? Let's try it with the happy birthday and see if I can fit it. It might be better to stamp it and then cut it out because it's so small. Okay, sorry, my head is gonna be in the way, maybe. Happy birthday. Okay. Oh, looks okay. Not the best. Let's grab a couple more. Okay, let's try again. This one's tricky. Yeah, I think you might have to stamp this one first and then cut it out if you want to get it. Okay, that one's not bad. If you want to get it right on there, because you do not have much clearance top to bottom, right? Okay, this one's a no. And then happy birthday? Yeah, I think that works. So now I need the mini dimensionals. Mini. Because this is pretty thin. So I'll just do 3 across. There we go. Hey, Carrie, thanks for joining us today. And Tiffany. Right about there. There. I feel like that looks more complete. And then gonna add some embellishments. Do a large one and then a small one. So here's a question for you. Have you ever used up all of your embellishments on a sheet? I will tell you my answer after I hear some of your answers, but I'm just curious about that too. If you've ever used all the embellishments on a sheet. And I'm excluding rhinestones, because rhinestones is easy to use the whole sheet. So I have done that, so I'm gonna exclude rhinestones on that. So let me know if you've ever used a whole sheet of embellishments, like ever. Okay, and so this one has our thing inside. So we said happy birthday, sending smiles. Love you. I like sending smiles. Sending smiles. So I did my little thing, if you saw before, with the inside of this piece where I inked everything up in bubble bath. I kind of like the bubble bath because it's subtle, but you could do whatever color. And I let it dry a little bit. Maybe I should do gray. And I just took off the thing and I inked this whole thing and I stuck it down. And now I kind of know where my stamps go back on this sheet, because otherwise I would have no clue. And I would not know how to put the jigsaw puzzle back together, and it would take more time and it would be more frustrating. So that's what I am doing to keep track of the stamps that come in a set. So just do that. And some people are putting the dies with their stamp set, so they always have them together, which is nice. I like to have my dies separate because I like to store my dies alphabetically. So I like to put them on the magnet sheets and do the name and have them all alphabetical. So that's just my style. Let's see. So we did that in green. I'm thinking, I should have done it in Secret C. I just love Secret C now. I just think it's so, it's not black, but it's just classic. Okay, hey Gwen. Okay, so Susie says she's never used a full sheet of embellishments. Okay, anybody else? Let's try to see if I can just make this straight. Sending smiles. Okay, straight up. So new stamps have to just make sure that they ink up well. And I think I want to put some of the leaves down on the bottom. So scrap paper. So I have my lovely scrap paper. It's my insurance information, but we no longer have that insurance. That's another long story. But anyway, it works well as scratch paper, because I don't like to waste paper. Let's see. I'm wondering. No, I just want to do. Okay. Just one, maybe up in this corner, just a little bit. Okay. Oh, dang it. I pressed too hard and I got in between. Interesting. Well, it's not, you don't notice it that much, so I'm gonna let that go. Okay, Gwen has never used a full sheet. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else have you used a full sheet of embellishments before? Just curious. Taking a little informal poll. Okay, so there we go. Oh. Perfect. Okay, so happy birthday, sending smiles. And it's just a simple gatefold card, but I think it will put a smile on somebody's face. So yay. Okay, so those are two simple ones. And then we've got a couple more. So we've got all these pieces that I showed you that you can make different cards with. So we've got this old olive, and we've got this kind of framed flower, and then we've got this nice piece here too. I don't think that's quite big enough. We have this, which I used for this. I just cut it down. And then we have this one, so we can use that one. And this one, I used for that. So we've used that one. And then this one I'm gonna use, I cut it out with the little leaves and the stem sticking out because I thought that was pretty. And then I wanted to use the old olive piece. The old olive piece, which is this, for the background because this one unfortunately is too small. But I think that's so striking, don't you think? Very striking. Okay, so my trimmer is not in the box. It's over here. So I'm going to trim this down to 4 by 5 1/4. I don't think I'm going to layer it. I might, but I don't think so. Okay. So I like how precise this trimmer is. Okay. When you're cutting one sheet of paper, it's really nice. Okay, whoopsie. I need to get a little hanging thing so I can hang it. I want to hang it, maybe. I have this little box, so it's still good. Okay, so now this is just gonna go on here, and I want to use a Secret C card base. Look how striking that is. I just love it. So striking and so simple. I feel like I'm going with the simple cards today, but that's good. It means I can make more faster because I have lots of people to thank for helping us pack, for helping us move, for helping us load up, for helping us unload. Lots of thank you cards I need to mail. Okay, so I'm going to do lots of dimensionals and make sure this looks all nice and popped up. Okay, that should be good. Yep, I'm glad you guys like it. I think it's so striking. And this DSP is just really fun to play with, and of course it just makes the card. So bada bing, bada boom, ta-da. Oh, well, I guess the door was open and somebody closed it, or they opened it and closed it. Sorry if that was loud. I'm gonna trim that off. Okay, and switch those up. Okay, so now I'm gonna use one of these larger labels. Okay, and I think I can do this side without covering up too many flowers. And we can do sending smiles. Or how about love you so very much? Yes, I like that. Okay, so where did the sending smiles go? Because I got to change it out. I should just leave this out since I want to try some of the different sentiments. So I like the always here for you too, but I don't know if that fits very well. I don't feel like that fits very well. So we're gonna do the love you. Okay. And I'm gonna take off the happy birthday and do love you on this one. And then I'm gonna see if it will fit love you. Okay, and then so very much. Oh, the Y. Well, we'll try it. Okay. So I'm gonna do the love you in Secrecy because I want to use 2 different colors. Oh, this is your favorite DSP? Yes, and these colors are so pretty together. Ooh, okay, so I got the love you in the Secrecy. Now I'm gonna do the old olive. So very much. That's a good card. That's a good sentiment to send. Okay, sorry, my head might get in the way. Maybe no. It's just the Y is gonna get a little off, but it's okay. Everybody will know that that's a Y. Oh, I like it. Love you so very much. You could put it on a wider label and I think that would look really nice. But for now, it is good. It is kind of tight, but it's good. So we'll just do a couple of dimensionals on this one. And I think I want to put it here. I don't want to cover up so many flowers. Oh, it looks good there. Darn, that covers up 2 flowers. But does it look good here? I think it looks good here. And I want to do both sides. Oh, no. Okay, no. I don't know why, but I just feel like it always looks better on the right. Maybe it's because I'm right-handed, but it covers up some of the flowers. No, I think that looks better. What do you guys think? I think it looks better. Embellishments. This time, let's see, what should we do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do some green or some blue. I kind of want to do the blue in the middle. I could stick a little one under there. Or I could do the Secrecy. Okay, I'm going to do the Secrecy. Oop. Yep. Just going to do all the small ones. Yep, just small ones. Okay, anybody else willing to tell me they're in? Oh, yes, I know. When I cover the flowers. Yes, I do too. But there's lots of other flowers there, so it's not too bad. And I was able to put a little embellishment on that one to get my odd number of 5. So there we go. There's another simple card. Okay, who else is willing to tell me their embellishment habits, if they've ever used a whole sheet of embellishments? Okay, so let's do one more with these. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna do this. Oh, maybe that one, maybe, because it has the petal pink and green together, and I don't think any other place has that. Ooh, I like that so much. I gotta use that on something too. Like that's pretty together. Now I've got another idea for a card with that. Okay, but I'll make that later. I'll show you guys all the other cards that I make because I want to make them, like I said, make a lot of thank you and birthday cards. So this one, I'm just gonna trim it because it's 6 inches long, so it's obviously too long. and it's 4 inches wide, which is okay, but I'm gonna trim that too. But I'm gonna start with the 2 sides and see how short I can make this. Uh-oh. It moved. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo that one. Okay, don't move. There we go. All right, let's do this one again. This one's kind of tall and skinny. Okay, so now I've cut these down into a more card usable size. And we're gonna do an outline of Secret C. So let's see. I had a piece of Secret C. Oh, and here's a card. I think I showed this to you before that we made at my last team meeting in December where my friend Natalie visited. So she made this little easel, or you call it a tent card. Super cute with the petal pink and the Secret C, and we did some rhinestones. So very nice. Very nice. So I'll put that there. Okay, so I want to do a card with those and with this. So I want to cut this one to about, I'll just do them both since I have the other ones too, right about there. Okay, and then right about here. Okay, and let's see how that looks. So I want to capture that Secret C, really make it pop. So I'm sad too when I cover up pretty patterns on the other side, but I guess that makes it also nice to have more sheets because then you can use the other side too, and you don't feel like it's a one or the other kind of choice. Okay, I like it. So we'll do those 2 later, and then white or petal pink. So let's see what this looks like on white. So are these my white cards? Are these my white cards? I need to put them in different things because I can't tell them apart. Here's a white card base. Okay, so it's nice and tall. So we could put it to one side. We could put it in the middle. And we could put some of the Secret C or the petal pink behind it, like just going across in a strip, maybe, yeah. Or let's try the Secret C. It's gonna be kind of dark, but it has that really nice pattern in it. Ooh, that's striking. Yes, I like that. Yes. 5, only 5 at the most. But have you ever used like the whole sheet of embellishments up on, you know, all of your projects and cards? That's what I'm curious about. Okay, let's do the other way. And we'll do 4 1/4. So we're gonna do the whole length or width. 4 1/4. And let's try 3 inches. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. Yes, I like it. Simply elegant, very nice. Okay. And then I just have to trim off some of the edge, which is fine. Okay. Okay, so I think this probably is not 4 1/4. It is not. It is more like 4 1/8, which is fine. But I need to trim off that little 1/8 bit. Ugh. And pop this up, of course, and debate about ribbon, because we do have Secret C ribbon. And I want to say we have Petal Pink, but I think that's the really thick braided ribbon. Yeah. No. Nope, no ribbon this time. Okay, next card will do ribbon, and I've got, okay. Oh. Don't want to tear the whole thing off. Okay, I think embellishments are the one thing I'm buying a lot of now. Am I over blinging my cards? I don't think so. So, as you probably, oh, that's crooked, have guessed, besides rhinestones, I have never used a whole sheet of embellishments before. So I have many sheets with partial embellishments. Oh dear. This isn't going well back there. No. Not going well. Okay. So one of them did not have a sticky on it. Okay, try again. And we'll just take that off. Okay. Not crooked. There we go. So lovely. And we can do one of these because we won't be covering up any flowers. And I think I'm gonna do another thank you. Like I said, I have a lot of thank you cards, and I have some birthdays to catch up on. I apologize if I haven't sent you a birthday card, and I normally do, because I am behind on my birthday cards as well. Just feel like I'm behind on everything. Okay, yeah, dimensionals. But still going. I just keep thinking, oh dear. Just keep swimming, you know, like that Dory from the Finding Nemo movie. Okay, let's do some large embellishments. I'm using all the Secret C ones. And there's usually one color that like does get used up. Okay, so here's my next question. Have you ever had one color get all used up? And then you're like, do I buy another package just for that one color? Okay, so here's our next simple card. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Janet. Okay, so there's that one. I mean, super simple, and it's the paper. Okay, so I wanted to do something with these squares because I thought they were interesting. Okay, so we've got 5, 6 patterns of squares. So I was trying to think, should I put them all on one sheet? Let's see. Like that. But it's 6 inches long, so that doesn't work. So I was just trying to kind of figure out, and I think here's what I'll do. Okay, so let's do either cloud cover, or we could just do a neutral. Neutral. And then we could do, these play nicely, and this plays nicely. And we could do that one, or we could do this one. Oh, look. Yes, I might do that one. or could do this one, but then this one just disappears, I feel like. So if this one just disappears, maybe we should do that. Oops, I'm down here. Okay, so now I'm gonna trim these a little bit so that they are 1/8 shorter than 2 inches, so that I have a little bit more room here. So 1 7/8. 1 7/8. Let's see here. 1 7/8. Okay. And then last one, we'll do this one. And then we'll have to save this for another card, but that'll be fine. Okay. This one and this one. Kind of a rough edge there. Okay, so now we have all that. So now I'm gonna say Old Olive is the dominant color here. So do I have just an Old Olive scrap? No, I just took all cards. Okay, it's okay. I can still use it. Oh, I forgot about these thingies too. Might use that thingy. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put these kind of all together. Hopefully they're all a similar size. Let's see, should we go this way? Or should we go this way? Haha, Carrie, you'll buy another package. Connie, you'll buy another package. Oh my goodness. Yep, I will buy another package too. Yep. If you have one color that you've used all up. So I do have sheets where 1 or 2 colors, rarely 2, but usually 1, that's all gone. It's used up. And then sometimes I'll have another pack where that whole color is gone, especially if I have a class with it. Okie dokie. What do we think? So should these stripes go vertically or horizontal? I think vertical. I'm gonna say vertical. Okay, so now we're just going to put this on some Old Olive. Sorry, I have to do it upside down. Just because I want to make sure I get the corner nicely. Okay, and then I think I had this on top. I feel like this is getting crooked. Okay. So now this one. And then we'll do the cloud cover side. So pretty. So I feel like I'll need to incorporate some more cloud cover in here. Otherwise, I feel like it's the odd color out. Have you ever noticed that sometimes? You'll have a color that you've only used like in one place, and it kind of feels like, just like I said, the odd color out. So I like to add ribbon or embellishments or just something to like say, no, this is the color that belongs. It's part of the group. Okay, 4 1/8. Kind of tight. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so that will be on our card. I usually don't do like very many geometric cards, so this is kind of a little bit of a first. So I kind of want to go and do a 4x4, keeping the square theme. So I'm gonna cut off 2 rows here by cutting this circle on each of these, trying to make it look like it was all die cut. So there we go. Almost. I feel like that needs a little bit of a trim. Okay, so we have a 4x4 here, and it's kind of going with our theme of square, yet I love the juxtaposition of the circles. So I think that's super cute. And then we'll need some kind of label. And, oh, I know where the blue can come from. I have some flowers. So we'll do one of those and have some leaves. So we can do a leaf. And I want to do one of these flowers too. So we can have that and that. And maybe that. But actually I'd like the leaf to be down here or up here. So it's on one of these two panels. So maybe up here. And then, where would this go? I feel like it goes up there. So I guess I could bring this down and then go like that. And then I'm blocking all of that pretty pattern. Okay, so maybe it's one flower and it's gonna be kind of off to the side so it's not blocking this pattern. Ugh, I think that might have to go down there. Okay, well, let's put it together and then we'll keep working on it. So I'm going to, I would do dimensionals on this, but I want to do dimensionals on the pattern and the flowers and be able to mail it. So I'm gonna do this one flat. Okay, wait a second. What does it look like on, ooh. I think that's pretty. I think it's gonna be, okay, let's try, oh, no, yep. Yeah, that's nice. But I like the cloud cover and we haven't used it yet. And it looks cool. Okay, so that's gonna be flat. And then I'm just gonna do mini dimensionals because I'm probably gonna do a few. Whoops. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's do some in the middle. Oh, I thought I got that one. Okay. Yes. There, that pulls in the cloud cover, right? So maybe I'll do just the small one. And I'll just do, I feel like it's got, okay, maybe over here. That looks weird. Okay. What do I do? Maybe just one. Okay. I like things to be off. I don't like things so centered. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a geometrical person. Maybe if I bring this down a little bit. Yeah, I think I can bring that down. Okay, so now I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the flower and I'm going to stick to the leaves and then I'm gonna do some dimensionals and hopefully do them in a place where there's gonna be a thing to hold it. Like there, yeah, just do one. And then make sure that that one is on one of the circles. Okay, interesting. Okay, kind of feeling like I need some balance up here. So maybe I will add that on and maybe I'll cut a leaf. Because you can still kind of see the pattern, right? Okay, so let's try that. And stick this like there-ish. And then let's just do this leaf right here. Just cut this side a little bit too. Make it even. And then do a mini dimensional. And then we'll sneak that in over here. That looks weird. There. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to do two. Okay, so this is just gonna go right back on here. And oh, I'm glad you like the card, Susie. Okay, I'm gonna do two of them then. Because one looks, no, it doesn't look right. Usually, I don't know, flowers are two petals. Okie dokie. So maybe I can stick that in there and that would be okay-ish. Ishy, or nope. Oh, so what's the difference between Mossy Meadow and Old Olive? So neither of them are current in colors. Old Olive is lighter than Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow is darker, so a darker green. And yes, I love Cloud Cover and Strawberry Slush. Like last week, I was just all about the Strawberry Slush. Okay, I feel like the leaf looks better there, but I feel like it's covering that. Okay, nope, it looks better there, so we're gonna go there. Okay, so we're at 2 levels here, so I'm kind of pushing it. And now my sentiment goes down there. Oh, sorry, I don't like it. I don't like it. So here's what I do, is I make it a square card. So 4 1/4 card, a little bit more. And la-la! Now I love it. Just a tiny bit off that side. Okay, and then you cannot do a sentiment, or you can have the teeny tiny sentiment, because that won't cover anything up. You could do, you know, the smaller sentiment inside, or you could even make this like an easel card, like this part pop up. That would be cute, and make that, that would have been cute. Oh, I should have done the easel card, but I already taped it down and it would be too long. But yes, I need to use Susie's favorite thing, Wink of Stella. So I'm gonna do the whole centers, and then I'm also gonna do all these lines with the cloud cover and hope that they kind of bleed a little bit, but maybe it's too late because I stamped these yesterday. But I might pull in some cloud cover. Yeah, I kind of want some cloud cover. Okay, so cloud cover and water. I'm just gonna use the teeny tiny water painter. It's so cute. Let's get some water. It's either no water or all the water all at once, right? I'm still at the no water. Anything? Anything? Sometimes it gets clogged. I'm squeezing pretty hard. I'm kind of sad because I really wanted to use this. So here's another trick that I'll do, is I will stick it in there and just like, oh, because there's no water in here, that's why. Okay, and these things are weird. You have to do left to tighten it. So, because the first time I used them, I was like, why is this not opening? Okay, is there water in here? No, no water in here. Oh dear, okay, there's water in here. So here's what you do. You switch caps, or you switch tops, because that one's a little bit larger. Okay, righty, righty loosey, which is so weird. and then left to tighten. Okay, there we go. Now I'm back in business. Okay, so I have a little bit of color in there, and let's see if I can get some water. Oh, there we go. So I've got some water. Now I need a paper towel close by, and I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this color. I just wanna put a little bit kind of here, and then pull it out. So this isn't watercolor paper, so I have to be a little bit careful about making this look nice. And we'll color this one a little bit. A little bit. Ooh! I don't know if you can tell, it's very subtle, but it's pretty. So just that little touch just really adds a lot of vibrance to the flower. I think it's really nice. Okay. More. Okay, I like it. Okay, let's see if you can see it. Ooh, lights. Okay, so I just think it adds, yes, I could have used a cloud cover marker. It would have been a lot darker, and I just want it to be really subtle. So we'll use a marker on the next one because I have more. Okay, so anywho, I'm just gonna leave, nope, I gotta do my embellishments. And this time I'm gonna do cloud cover. I feel like I wanna add 3. Crazy me. But I think it's very fun. Okay, and then this one. How should I do this one? I'm just gonna do 1. Okay, there we go. I see the wink of Stella. I've got some nice embellishments on there, and then you can just add whatever sentiment you want. Okay, I love that card now. I really like it. I likes it. Okay, so now cloud cover, embellishments, wink of Stella, dry brush. And then this one is also dry. And this one is lefty tighty, which is weird. And then all of these stamps all over, just trying to like clean up a little bit. So I always end up like stamping in like this little bit of a space because I just start getting all the everything around me. Okay, so there we go. We have that. We have this. And then I have a whole bunch of these. So I have another old olive, I have a crumb cake, and I have some secret C. So I want to play with these two. And I want some of this. I like this paper. Okay. And, but I was gonna do some of this. Oh, okay, I like that. Okay, the other card will have to wait because I'm liking this. Okay, that with this, maybe in the middle. And then we've got this, but we've also got, or maybe like that. That seems a little too geometric too, but let's go ahead and cut this so we at least have this. So 5 1/4. So we're gonna cut, I'm not good at this, 9. So 1, 2, 3 3/4 because I want to use this one. I want to have a sharper edge. So 3 3/4 should do it. Okay, and then 4 this way, 4 inches. Okay, this is nice and soft and subtle and pretty. Okay, so we're just gonna use this whole piece here. Because I think I do want to use this across the whole middle here. So we're gonna do a little more than 4 1/4 so I can just make sure that it's long enough. Oh, okay. So this is just gonna go straight across here. And then we'll just trim that tiny bit. Okay. So we've got that. And then we've got something with this, or like a no. Okay, those were all other pieces. I want to do this. And then I have, okay, so here's my little bin of things I've cut out. So I have some more of these, and I think I can do 3. So I wanted 2 smalls and a large, so I might do that, and then we'll add a couple of leaves, and I think that'll be nice. Okay, and we'll do the cloud cover markers with these. So I'm just gonna trim this one. The die moved and it didn't get cut the way I would like it cut. It didn't get cut perfectly. Okay, so that one looks good. This one looks good. Or I could do these. I haven't done these yet. Maybe I will do these. Some of those. Okay, maybe. And then let's color these with cloud cover. Okay, I haven't put my, what are these called again? My markers away yet. So I don't know where any of them are. But I think I found the cloud cover ones. Okay. And then let's do dark. So you can see. So dark is going to be like really dark. Really, really dark. So I don't want to use that much. Maybe some on this tiny bit. Here. Okay, oh. So just a little bit there. So as you can see, it's a lot darker. But it looks pretty as well. And you can go back in and add some more shadows, but you can't take out shadows, so it's better to just start with a little bit of dark. So I want it to be dark right there, dark right here, and just a little bit of dark along these edges here. So what do you think? Angled. I'm weird, but I like the tan piece. Sorry. Of, like at an angle, or like that? I don't know. Okay, let's color this one. So do you guys prefer watercoloring things or using the blends markers? Let me know which one you prefer. I like them both. I just like coloring. I've always loved coloring. Love adding more color, being able to add more shadows and depth. And I really enjoy the blends markers. They coordinate perfectly right, and they blend very nicely. So I like them a lot. Okay, that was my husband checking again. So I think I am gonna do some shadows and add a little bit more dark here. And just kind of shadow the edges of the petals a little bit over here. Maybe just a tiny bit over here. Tiny bit. Okay. And then we can go back and kind of blend that out a little bit. This side seems darker. Okay. And you can, keep building and adding. This is light and coloring. So, I don't know, it's kind of starting to look like a windmill. I don't know. Okay. I feel like I need an in-between color almost. Because I want it to not be such a line there, but yeah, mostly blends. Okay. So let's see, on this one, I feel like this kind of turned out more of like what I wanted it to look like. Gosh, this is just not quite looking like I wanted it to. I'm gonna kind of close that in there a little bit. That one looks okay, that one looks okay. It's just these over here that look strange to me. Okay. And then when you do color it though, I lost all the details in here. All the details are gone. So if you want, more details, you can like re-blot them, or what's even better is if you use the markers. Where in the heck did I put my markers? Huh, I don't think I've found my markers yet. Interesting. I don't think they're here either. Nope, not there. Well, if you have your markers, you can dot, dot, dot with your markers. And I think I'm gonna do that later. No, I don't even have the secret C marker. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wanna dot these. Okay, so dimensionals. Just gonna do one. And then we'll position the flowers, and then we'll decide on the leaves. And then what was somebody about saying? I would use the stella in the middle and the outline. Okay. Angled instead of straight. Okay, so you mean angled like that? Okay, let's take a look. Okay, that could work. But first, dimensionals. Okay, so let's just be random, I guess. Nee. So now what do you do? Maybe I'll use mini dimensionals on the other ones, but it's probably fine, right? I'm just going overboard with my dimensionals, probably. That one didn't quite get in the right place. Okay, that should be good. Ugh. So would you use this many dimensionals on the back of this, or would you use less? Okay, so let's see if we're gonna do straight or angled. Angled would be interesting, I think. Okay, so straight, yeah, straight. So let's do angled. Let's do what Janet says. Okay, and then let's see here. Maybe like that. Yeah. Okay, one there and one kind of here. And then I feel like I should use these and not these. Yeah. I feel like this will be better. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the end off, and I'll just make it easier. And then I'll just stick 2 on here and see. Hopefully they'll line up with something. Okay, and we'll put some up here. And then maybe we'll put like 2 over there. 2. So let's do these 2. Okay. Just want to trim this a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I think just 2 on this side. Maybe down here. Nope. Maybe up here. Yeah, we'll do up there. Okay. So kind of up here. Okay, interesting. I feel like I still need more contrast on there. Got to get more contrast on there. And then can we use this somehow? Like there? Not sure. Okay, gonna have to think about this one. This one's different. Oh, but let's use some ribbon. We haven't used the ribbon yet. Okay, so I need my wider ribbon tool because this is a bit wider and taller. So I'm just gonna trim that. And then, why can't I grab it? Okay, this is really pretty. Really pretty ribbon. Okay, I Nice and tight. Okay, do an easel card. Oh, okay. I can't do wonky, I like straight. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like the easel card idea. Okay, trim that. Kind of trimmed that wonky. But, okay, I'm gonna get that on there somehow. But an easel card would be nice with this. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about this one. I might take it apart because it's not quite how I want it. Okay, so this one I'm gonna think about. And I think, is this Pool Party? It kind of looks like cloud cover a little bit. That's pretty. Okay, so now I've got one flower left. A couple of these and this. Okay, so scrap paper. And cloud cover blending brush. Do I have one? Cloud cover. Wow, I do. And wow, it has a lot of ink on it. What did I use it before? It looks like it has. Oh, it's probably, I used a previous color with it or something. Okie dokie. Okay, so yep, I'm gonna blend some cloud cover on here. And I'm going again from dark and then to light. And it's fun because the color is kind of catching the edges. So it's like really highlighting the edges of the circles. So I think it's fun to do blending because you never know exactly what you're gonna get. So I thought that would be fun. Is balmy blue. Oh, okay. Yes, it does look balmy blue. Good job, Susie. Okie dokie. Now I did the blue. I was gonna do the petal pink. Why am I doing blue again? I don't know. Okie dokie. And we did this already. Ooh, that's dark and moody. And we could do the easel card with this one. Yes, we could. And I'm gonna do kind of a different easel card, I think. Yeah. So we can do, I think we're gonna do cloud cover. And this is what, 3 3¾ so I'm gonna make it 3½. 3½ by 4. Okay, and then I'm gonna score it at 3¾ So I'm just gonna stick it on first. So many more card ideas. You guys are gonna be with me all night here, right? I actually have my team meeting tonight. So I will reveal my card, swap card. Okay, so I did this at 3½, so this needs to be at 3¾ which I think is right there. Oh, sorry, kind of off the screen here. So I folded that at 3¾ So it's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be kind of like Natalie's card, almost. Okay, and then this has to be lower. Interesting. Okay, so I know it's got to be 4. And then what do I have left over? I have to measure it because I don't want to do math. I have 1 3/4, so I need 1 1/2. 1 1/2. Okay. Who knew there was so much math in card making? But luckily it's only like fractions. It's not calculus. Nope, I did not like calculus. I do not remember any calculus, and I hope never to use calculus again. Oh, this is going to be interesting because it'll be kind of short. Okay, so the next part. Just kind of wondering here. There's another kind of card I could make with this that I'm kind of thinking about. And I would want to do the flowers in Secret Sea, I think. Yeah. And then I feel like this could go down here, maybe. Or it could go up here. Okay. I'm going to do the flower in Secret Sea. And then I'm going to have my sentiment there. I think I'm going to put this here. And then this was 1 3/4. Okay, so now I'm going to get another one of these. And I'm going to score it at 1 3/4. So 1 3/4. Sorry, I'm probably off the screen again. 1 3/4. Okay. And so we'll do this. This is actually one of my favorite cards to make. It's a little bit involved, but I love it. Okay, and so I think I have to cut this. I'm trying to remember. I think I have to cut it at 1 3/4. Right. Okay, 1 3/4. Okay. All right, so now this piece is 7 1/4, and I've scored it 1 3/4 from each side. And I'm gonna pop this in here like this, and then it's gonna fold flat. But first, I am going to pick a shape to put in here. So I can do a circle, I can do a square. I wonder what that would look like if I cut just that through. That would be kind of weird though. But I am gonna do that. Okay. And then I do, okay, I could put something on the back here. So I think this would be good, but I don't have anything that wide right now. I wish I had more of that. Okay, let's see what I've got. Nope, nope. I mean, I could do that, I guess. Maybe I could. Okay, what do you think? Should I do that on the inside? Okay, so thinking about it. Okay, so now I'm wondering, should I do a circle or a square? Because we have circles here and we have rounded edges here. So I think I'm gonna do a circle. So I think Spotlight on Nature is a good one. I'm looking for my scissors. They're there. So I'm just gonna get this leaf ready by trimming off the edge there. So that one's ready. And I'm gonna go get my Spotlight on Nature dies. Maybe I have them out. I don't, sorry. I have to pull them out of here. Spotlight on Nature. And And let's see which circle fits the best. I think it's gonna be the second one. Yes. Okay. So, and I need to emboss. Ta-da! Because we haven't done the embossing yet. Okay, so here's embossing. So here's lovely stripes. Oh, come on. So I'm gonna put that in. And then I have my plate, and you want to use the number 4. And then this is with the fold towards the rolly. So we're gonna roll that through. It's gonna pop. Pop, not too bad. Okay, so we've got some in the cloud cover. You could use either side. Doesn't that look super cool? I love it. I like this side. And then I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna cut it down to 4. 4, 4, 4. And then put this in. So I'm gonna line it up, one of those lines. Put that in. And then roll this through. It's such a good like texture background that you could use for any type of card. And both sides look really, really cool. Like usually it's the side with the Stampin' Up logo that you use, but I think the other side of it looks really cool because it has the raised dots. So one side kind of has the raised dots and the other side has the raised line and indented dots. So really cool. Okay, so that's embossing. So now I need to get the cutting plates. I didn't think I would be using them, so I left them over there. One day I'm gonna have like a huge 10 by 10 table that I can put everything on. Okay, so our spotlight on nature. It's gonna go there. Just gonna roll that through. Okay. And then we've got a nice, really big circle, and then I can use this for another card, which I totally am gonna do. Okay, and I can put this back. And put all this back, but I'm just gonna put it down here for now. Okay, let's finish this. So here, I forgot the measurement, 3 3/4? 3, yeah, so 3 1/2. So I'm gonna cut this down to 3 1/2. And we're gonna put it back there because it's gonna look pretty. Okay, and then we are going to put some adhesive on this piece, and it's kind of like a bit of a shadow box card. And so I'm gonna cut out a few more flowers. So this first one just goes, actually it's better to do this one first. So you're gonna do right to the fold there. Okay, and then you're just gonna keep this folded and then press this down so that when you fold like this, it'll just all fold flat. Yeah? Okay, yes, I love the shape die cuts. And then ta-da, and then you're gonna put a little piece of white with your message and sentiment. And then here, we're gonna have a cup like a flower and some leaves here. And then we'll have a flower and some leaves here too. And I'm gonna stamp the flowers in. Okay, so this is probably 3 3/4, right? Okay, probably. So then this is gonna be 3 1/2. 3 1/2. Okay, so you can stamp your sentiment and anything else on here. And then I'm gonna stamp some secret sea flowers. And let's see if this one fits. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna do, I think, 2 of these. Okay, and then we'll do 2 of these. Scrap paper, and then I will be playing more, and I'm gonna put these on some cards with some of these. Like, those are nice together. You can use those together. And then, I mean, heck, you could even kind of use it on this card a little bit too. But I'm running out of time. So I'm just gonna stamp the flowers on some paper. I don't know where all my, I had a bag of scrap paper that I packed, and I remember seeing it, and I don't know where it went now. So I'm sure I'll discover that later as well. And scrap paper. Okay, fine, I'm just gonna use one of these. Okay, and so how many of these do I want? I think I want, I'm just gonna do 4. So I'll possibly color these in with something. Oh, and then sentiment is gonna be, it's gotta be birthday. And I gotta use a bigger one, celebrate. So this is from a card kit that I was just working with. This card kit, where's the thing? Everyday Beauty. I really like the thank you and the thanks and the celebrate in it. I really love the font. So I have been using these. So I'm just gonna ink up the celebrate. And this will go on the front, and then I can do happy birthday. Oh, look how nice, and it fits so perfectly. I loves it. I loves it, loves it. Okay, and then the happy birthday, we can do, I'm gonna get a small block. I don't know. I feel like it makes it a little bit harder to see, but it's kind of the perfect size. Okay, a small block, and we'll do happy birthday. Right there. And then I'll stamp some flowers and leaves or something on it, put some flowers and leaves down there, put some on there, and then we'll have our celebrate. And it's gonna be an amazing card, and I love it. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so we made this card, and we made this card, and we did, these are all little pieces, this card, and then I showed you these simple ones that I did, a couple of simple ones. So about 6 1/2 cards. So I'm gonna finish playing with this one and finish this one, and I'm gonna make a whole bunch more of these thank you ones because I think these are perfect and quick, and I can even make more of those. Those would be nice too as thank yous. And this is great. I love this paper. I love the stamp set. I love all the sentiments, and I really think these dies, whoops, are super fun. Love that it comes with the label die. That's always great. And that it fits with the sentiments and that you can fit other sentiments in it. Oh, and I was going to use these too. Well, I will use these and then show you how they came out. I just cut them and then I was going to trim them up a little bit and then use them. That's super close. And kind of the edges. But yes, I mean, you could do something like this, like that, like that. So anyway, so I cut those out too. And so I'm going to use those. So I'm just going to play with this suite a little bit more. I'll put some stuff up on my blog to show you. And I hope you've enjoyed playing with this suite with me. It's super sweet. I love it. And it's really beautiful. And it's online, part of the online exclusives. So you can find it online and you can get the whole suite. You can get part of the suite. But if you get the bundle, I'm going to give you a tutorial, and I think I'll do it for this card right here that I'm going to make. So you will get a free tutorial when you buy the bundle. So I will see the order come through and I will send you your free tutorial. And that's what I'm going to be doing, is offering free tutorials with purchases of the suite, and hopefully adding more tutorials as well. And it'll be like a special card, like a technique card or a fun fold card. So yeah, so check out the suite, check out the bundle, and I hope you love it as much as I do. And the embossing folders are really awesome too, especially that one, because that one you can use with anything. It's not particular to this suite or the stamp set or the dies or anything. So it's really, really fun. So thank you guys so much for joining me and hanging out with me a little bit later than normal. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will be back next week with more card tips and ideas. So make sure to join me next Wednesday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time and invite your friends. And I hope you have a great rest of your week and a great weekend, and I will see you next Wednesday.